Hey, good morning, everyone. Pastor Brad from New Covenant United Church of Christ in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And this is this week's edition of Children's Story Time. This week's edition of Children's Story Time is for the ninth Sunday after Pentecost, August 10th, 2025. And I'm going off lectionary this week. We're celebrating church camp. Our folks just came back from church camp. They were at church camp last week, so we're celebrating church camp ministry. And so we're using passages from the wilderness. So we'll be using God feeding the Hebrew people in their wilderness journey from Exodus. Going to be using Jesus feeding 4,000 people in the wilderness from Mark's Gospel, chapter 8, verses 1 to 10. So we're going to be using wilderness scriptures this week, but I hope you can use this either this week or for another week that you have coming up. But that's our plan this week. Going to be off lectionary this week. And in the story that we're using, we read that Jesus feeds about 4,000 people, is what Mark says, with 7 loaves and a few fish. And so we have crackers to represent the loaves, and we have fish crackers to represent the fish. And with our straw, we're going to be moving the crackers and the fish from one plate to the other plate. And the winner is the first one to get 7 loaves and 3 fish. Mark says it was a few, so 2 is a couple. So we're assuming 3 is a few. So we're gonna move 7 loaves and 3 fish from one plate to the other with the straw. Going to do it just like this. You suck in to pick up the cracker or the fish, and then you exhale to drop it on the other plate. So here we go. Okay, that's how easy it is. That's how easy it is. That's what we're going to do this week. And then the winner is the first to move 7 loaves and 3 fish from their plate. And you can put more than 7 loaves and 3 fish on each plate, make it a little bit harder, or have one master plate in the middle that everybody has to choose from. So here's why we're doing this game. Some of the gospel writers say there were 5,000 people instead of 4,000. Some say there were 4,000 and then Jesus fed 5,000. Some say there were 5,000 that he fed, and then later he fed 4,000. Some say there were 5 loaves and 2 fish. Some say there were 12 baskets of leftovers. Mark in this story says there were 7 baskets of leftovers. Really, the details aren't that important. What's important is that people were hungry and Jesus fed them. He doesn't ask them questions. He doesn't make them meet certain requirements. He doesn't ask them to fill out a form to make sure that they meet certain requirements. The people were hungry and Jesus fed them. Just as God fed the people who were hungry in the Hebrew scriptures. Just as Jesus feeds the hungry in this story, we're called to feed the hungry today. We're called to feed the hungry in our community. We're called to feed the hungry who live on the other side of the world without asking questions and without asking them to meet their requirements. May it be so. Thanks be to God. Amen. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. Hope you like playing the game. Hope you can find a way to fit it into whatever you're using this week, or stick it in the back of your mind and use it for another time. But thanks for joining me. Please like, follow, subscribe, Facebook page, New Covenant UCC YouTube channel. Follow, subscribe, and join me each and every week for another edition of Children's Story Time. Till next week, peace, blessings, love, and prayers, everybody. Bye-bye.